Okay. Put this over here. We'll put this over here. Okay, we'll try that out. Apparently YouTube has this dual streaming now, so we can hang out in tall format. I will try my best to draw in the center of the screen, and we'll see how that goes. Welcome in, everybody. It is Friday. It is the viewer suggestion. We're going to be doodling our way across all the character suggestions we got this week. Got a handful of them left. Try to finish that up. After that, we got us draw a. Work on a commission, so we'll see how far we get. Yeah. Let me get this opened up so we have the list in front of us. Let's see where my actual. That should have been bright pink. Why wasn't that bright pink? There we go. Okay, so it's right above the free, which is right in the middle. Should be right here. Let's see if that works. It would help if I was actually caught up. Do. Can see a little bit of the top. Okay. This way? And this way and this way? Let's see how much room we actually have. This is going to be a fun little experiment. If this ever actually catches up. Okay, a little more to the right. Something like that. Okay. That's pretty good. We can deal with that. I'll leave myself some little indicators here so I know where I can actually draw, so people can see it. And we'll go from there. And then next week maybe we'll get a little clearer. Do something like that. Drop the opacity down quite a bit so only I can see it. We'll draw some rugbies. There we go. All right. How's everybody doing today? I hope they had a wonderful week. Had a week off of D&D. It was kind of nice. Usually DMing 2 games a week, and having one of those cancel sometimes is nice and helpful. Have another game tomorrow morning, which will be fun. I'm excited. Hopefully the players will coalesce a little better. Last time they were a little confused about what to be doing, so gotta be teamwork. Gotta get that teamwork going.
Now that combat's started, we'll probably find our footing.
That's bad. That's a bad ear. How about this one? What if we do this one up? And this one down. I like that. I like that left ear though. The other rugby should be like that. That's pretty good. I like that one. We'll do that one. Oh, I turned my microphone off again. Hold on, or my speakers. Druid, Corvus, welcome in.
Hi.
I gotta remember to do that when I turn my computer on in the morning. How are you today?
Not bad. Didn't really miss anything. I hadn't been speaking anyway, so.
Gotcha. Corvus, welcome in as well. We're doing the YouTube just added a dual stream functionality to their service. So now I can draw and be on YouTube Shorts / live. I don't know how that's gonna work. We'll find out.
Oh, is that what the picking out the part of the canvas you can draw in was about?
Yep.
Gotcha.
So I have a vertical section of the canvas that people can see. So we'll see how that works. Which I think will be fine. I can draw there and then I'll just shift everything over to other spots. What's the news? What's the haps? How are people feeling this fine, horrible week?
My face is covered in poison ivy.
Oh no.
I feel like I've been slathering war paint on with the chamomile. Calamine
lotion?
Not chamomile. Yep.
How'd your face get covered?
It actually kind of burns.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah. I used to get really bad, like, eczema on my hands when I worked at the restaurant. I think I was allergic to the gloves they were using. But I had calamine lotion, and then the doctors also suggested, like, a topical and not antibiotic, steroid, corticosteroid. And, man, it just fire every time you put it on. Burn for, like, 5-10 minutes. You're just like, okay. And then it would feel better. Like, all right.
Yep. I was splitting wood. That's how I got it, by the way.
Were you rubbing the wood on your face?
No.
Rook, have you never
poison ivy?
Yeah, Rook, have you never split wood and gotten sweaty and wiped your forehead with the back of your hand? Like, what are you talking about? You know how this works.
I never had to deal with poison ivy. I'll put it that way. I had to deal with burn nettle a lot. There's a lot of burn nettle, which is similar. But like, burn nettle, you have to contact it.
Yeah, I know. Poison ivy is oil-based. Poison ivy and poison oak are oil-based, so it gets everywhere.
Yeah, you have to like wash your clothes, and you can't burn it because it will literally get in your throat. If you like inhale any of the smoke by accident.
Interesting. I don't know if there is poison ivy in Idaho. I think there is.
Idaho's nothing but desert, so I don't think so.
There is in the mountains, but it's significantly more rare in the west than it is in the east.
Yeah, the shit is everywhere here. It's really bad when you can't like pick it out because there's just like, oh great, there's just a bunch of vines here. Is this poison ivy? I can't tell because everything is just covering everything.
We don't.
It's like all over my forehead and like right at the top of my cheekbone,
Oof.
or at the corner of my eye socket.
That's not
It's
good.
just like really close. Like, oh god, don't spread it any further to the eye, please.
Apparently, it is all over the place, and apparently, I've just never given a shit about it. So that's interesting.
You could also. There are people who do not react badly to it.
I'm wondering if
I am one of those people. I'm one of the people who react really bad to it.
I'm wondering if maybe my family's just not not have an issue with it.
It's possible. Yeah. I've never given a shit about it either.
Because like I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen that all over the place, and then I'm like, poison ivy, poison oak, weird. Anyways, welcome in everybody. Corvus has got the face swelling. No good. No good. I hope that clears up pretty quick.
Yeah, I've had it.
Goblin pox.
You got the goblin.
I've had it so bad on my arms that it created like blisters, like
oh wow,
like bubbly skin. I was like, oh god, not again.
Didn't Mythbusters say that vodka works? Can't remember, or was it that vodka doesn't work?
Those for jellyfish things.
I remember one episode where like they were trying to test I think it was poison ivy. But like nobody on the crew was allergic to it. So,
Yeah.
They just kept rubbing it on people. They're like, maybe it's bad. And then like one of the random camera guys got it, and it was nasty.
Yeah, it is because it's a allergic reaction, and so I am one of those people who are allergic.
One of my cousins used to.
Like my dad could roll around and stuff,
Yeah.
and be fine.
I was gonna say one of my cousins could just eat the burning nettle. He thought it was really funny to do to people, like in front of them. I don't know if he was just a masochist or if he actually just wasn't affected by it. But
I have to ask: is burning nettles the same as stinging nettles?
I think so. Yeah.
Because you can eat stinging nettles.
Yeah.
You just gotta boil them.
Is there a way I can see? I guess I just have to move it around, right?
I don't think we have stinging nettles. At least not in my neck of the woods.
Yeah. Sorry, I was looking at the stream. That was unrelated. Okay, there's
I was just thinking out loud.
That's fine. That is totally fine.
And yes, Wikipedia says that burning nettle, stinging nettle, nettle leaf, and common nettle are all the same thing.
You got a book? Got a book, kid?
Yeah. It basically is like, actually like, sort of like poking you with a micro needle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are redneck cowboys, though, so, like, getting hurt is kind of... Like, proving your toughness is half of their identity to them.
Yeah. It's one of those things where look how much pain I can endure, and then like enjoying the endorphin rush they get in response.
They're just bottling it up until they crack.
Yep. And take it out on someone. Sorry, that was a little too dark. Sorry.
It was usually me. They were kind of assholes.
Yeah, but like my mind didn't go to like another dude. It went to someone else. So
Stinging
like a
nettle.
girlfriend.
Yeah. Stinging nettles. The sticking people with the stinging nettles is one of the first effective arthritis treatments.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
It doesn't
I have heard
surprise me.
I'm having trouble drawing crabs.
But yeah, the whole like redneck thing about like coloring pain, it's just not an American thing. It's also a thing in the UK. I unfortunately learned of this thing called ferret wrestling. It has nothing to do with wrestling. It's from like the north of England,
Okay.
and they stick a live, very, very angry ferret down your pants,
Oh,
and you have to endure it biting and gnawing everywhere in the nether regions.
that just sounds dumb.
Yeah.
It is. But again, I was like, thinking of like, yeah, I think you some dumb kids doing that.
You are going to get really hurt. Please do not climb on the TV.
Kids meaning 20-year-olds.
I mean, to be fair, like, rodeos are rodeos. I bet I can climb on that cow. I bet you can't.
I bet that dog.
I bet that dog. Okay, here's what we'll do. I'll climb on the cow, and you just punch it in the testicles as hard as you can. Deal.
I do wonder if like the rodeo evolved out of like the Spanish running of the bulls.
I mean, I think the American rodeo came about from bored, drunk cowboys making bets and challenging each other to do dumb shit. But I mean, like, I think it's all related, right? It's all the same thing. So.
because like the whole running of the bulls and like bullfighting is like thousands of years old. Like it's super ancient.
Yeah. Probably also spawned from weird people taking care of cows getting real bored.
Yep. Because like
Yep. Just like country music.
Just what country music.
like the Minoans famously had like acrobats like had like a charging bull, which at that time I think was probably an RX. And they would just like do backflips off them. Like
Yeah.
they almost been really bored.
Yeah. That sounds
The
super
bull
cool.
leapers.
I've seen some of those. Like, I only
love
had to work
those
on a farm.
mosaics.
I did not work on a farm very often. It was like one weekend every summer that I would go up to my grandparents' house and just help around and do stuff. Man, you did some dumb shit when you're just bored. This cow can't hurt me. It can. It can very much hurt you. Don't be dumb. All right, I'm gonna start rolling dice. For those of you who are new, we are doing the viewer suggestion today. So let me make sure I have everything set up here. I do. The way the viewer suggestion works, we have suggestions from the community post, which we do now have a community page. If people want to post stuff there, their own art or their own character suggestions, what have you. Every Monday we have a list. We take the list. We put it on a thing. We roll the dice. The dice tells us what to draw. That's what we draw. That's where we are. That's what we're going to do. So let me open my list up here. We'll start. Keep it on. I already drew that one.
Quick Googling here. So
Sad Goblin
some
Clown.
things that go.
Sorry, go ahead.
You say fat goblin clown?
Sad Goblin Clown.
Very different. Because I was really curious. So apparently, some of the rodeo stuff dates back to the 1600s. It seems specifically like the horse riding and like the lasso stuff is really old.
Okay.
The cow riding is kind of a bit newer. Because there's no real reason to break a cow
Yeah.
where you could ride it. So
Yeah.
they just like moved on to bigger animals. That was more of the American innovation, quote unquote.
Something my cousins
Yeah.
used to say when they would do bull riding is they expected to break at least one bone every year. And it was like a rite of passage to have a broken leg. And I was like, I'm good. I don't need to do that.
But yeah, so dumb. I mean, they probably make crazy amounts of money, I think.
I don't know.
I could also be.
There was a lot of money for winning,
Yeah. They get giant belt buckles. That's about the only thing I know about rodeos.
Do they not have rodeos in Kentucky? They just got the horse races.
Not really.
Did barrel riding?
So my local, like my town, last year had its first ever rodeo in like as long as the town has existed.
Okay.
There's never been a rodeo until last year.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, I imagine there are times where there are rodeos, but those are often, like, farther west in the state, and often in, like, at the arenas. But, like, horse racing, horse shows are the more agricultural sporting event that you'll find. Buggy races.
Buggy races. That's something I've never seen.
Yep. There was our old horse who passed away. She was a buggy horse.
I have to figure out how this works real quick on YouTube. 'Cause I wonder if I'm actually screwing something up. How do I go to my own channel? So if I go to the live stream, it's still just showing the full chat. Oh, that's last week's. It's not showing me new ones. I have no idea how this works. If anybody's in the YouTube chat, F's in chat. Why not?
Yeah, no one's here, just so you know.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's dead. I was worried that like the chat just wasn't working. I think there's just nobody here.
Yeah, there's just the three of us.
Yep.
Yeah, well. As long as I didn't put it on like members only or something.
Oh, thanks.
I don't think so.
That's okay.
I don't think Jared's a mod, so
Yeah. Because I always specifically say I don't want that responsibility.
That's fair. Pokemon. I've rebuilt the entirety of the game level and character select screen, which is good. But now it doesn't work. So I've got to figure that out. Single player works fine. For some reason, the multiplayer is not loading the characters, so I gotta dig through that and figure that out.
Also, when I said like buggy racing, don't think chariot, or think more like almost chariot but weirder, because this is what they ride in.
Oh. That feels like, hey, how about we just go around the track and get shit on by a horse?
Yeah.
Or get kicked in the nads.
Yep.
Yeah, why? I mean, I can definitely see, like, that's what happens when you take a chariot and then just streamline the shit out of it.
Yep.
There's some arbitrary rules that people have imposed to make that kind of design happen. Technically, it's got two wheels and I am behind the horse.
Yep. Sitting in a seat. Yeah. Because it's technically called harness racing.
Okay.
So, which is weird. Also, they don't like gallop, they only trot, so it's like
Super boring to watch.
like it's speed trotting.
Yeah, I was
essentially.
gonna say. It reminds me of like speed walking
It's
competition.
very weird. It's like,
I went to every now and again when I was younger, my dad would get like baseball tickets or something from his work. And this one time he got invited there's a horse track down in Boise. And so he got invited to like a work function thing there. And I went there and I was like, oh, this is gonna be cool. We're gonna see horse races. And it was so boring that I just watched Mary Poppins on TV the entire time. Like it was not I have no idea what was going on. So I I have no love lost for horse racing.
yeah. It's like, because horse race, like, say the Derby, which is the biggest horse race here in Kentucky. It's one of 3 big races in the United States. It's over in like at most 5 minutes or less.
I mean, it's gambling, right? Like that's
But
the
it's
biggest
just-
part of it.
Yeah, it's gambling. It's also a big social event because you have, and it's not like it's the only race that's going on. Like earlier in the day, you have like the mayor's only race, and it's like lots of gambling. It's also people like eyeing up horses to buy later.
For more gambling.
Wait, yeah, I guess that you could also consider that more gambling. It's like, well, I get a winning horse out of this stud.
Rich people being rich.
Yep.
Hey, close the fridge, kid. No, put that back. That's not for you.
Everyone drinking mint juleps with big giant hats. Hot air balloon racing.
Did you say hot air balloon racing?
Yes, so not on Derby Day, but during Derby week, there is a hot air balloon race in the city.
Is dog sledding a chariot sport? I suppose so.
I weirdly was reading about chariots, and technically, no. A sled and chariot are not the same. But if you want to be funny, sure.
Okay, there's our sad goblin clown. Who doesn't have any eyebrows.
Yep. We also have a paddle boat race that happens during Derby week.
I've made him angry. Sad clown.
Puddles.
Yep, that's exactly what came up.
What if like the sad clown opera?
Hobo clown with a weird beard. I'm gotta make the eyebrows go up a little higher.
Red Skellington?
He was a clown. But
He dressed up as a clown. I don't know if he was an actual clown.
No, he was a comedian. He was like an insult comic, essentially.
Yeah. I don't know if he was a good person or not, though. So who knows?
His comedy was pretty dark. It was pretty dark.
He was also an older comic. So
Yeah. Alright, there's our sad clown. Did I take up too much space, Druid?
No, I don't have a lot of energy today. I'm not sure I'm gonna draw. I tried a little bit, and then the bottom fell out,
Okay.
and I'm seeing if it's gonna come back. It's also why I've been fairly quiet.
hate clowns. God awful.
What?
Clowns, I hate them.
When I was really, really little, I went to a circus and I got picked out of the crowd to go like up and do whatever they were doing. Except I was too little to understand that. So my only memory of this is being in a circus and a clown walking up and grabbing me and trying to walk away and me losing my shit. It's the only thing I
Literally
remember. I did not like clowns for a very, very long time.
Yeah. In our local like county fair, we would always have a parade, and for like a couple of years when I was real young, they had clowns like in the parade, and I would lose my shit every single time. They would try to hand me a balloon or something. I was like, nope, keep away from me, Satan.
Raccoon wizard with a cloak and a wizard hat. Easy enough. That's a magic card. I've drawn a possum. Dang it. That's a rat. What do raccoons look like? I just gotta look up. Got it. Well, now that you're covered in poison ivy, are you going to be around tomorrow for games?
I don't. still not sure yet.
Okay, it's fine.
I may have to still split wood tomorrow. Maybe my eye will swell up and I can say, "Hey, I ain't going." Be a pirate for a few days.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. I think dog sledding is interesting because it's like a multi-day thing. And then I realized that like if you go watch dog sledding, you just stand around in the cold waiting for someone to go Shazam, and that's it. That's all you get to watch. It's like,
They look
the weirdest thing.
like for like those like a did ride. They'll like people be there for like when everyone like heads out. They'll just leave.
Yep.
And then like and like there's always like a judge or someone or a lookout like kind of keeping an eye out, but like not on the first day or second day.
Yeah, like you know when they're gonna get there, or you should, because they're hitting checkpoints and stuff.
Yep, exactly. It's also not continuous. It's like you bed down at night.
Yeah. But to me, that's what makes it interesting.
Yeah.
There was I saw some like dumb, like it was just an article hit piece thing, right? Like not anything really important. And apparently, some guy joined a marathon and beat everybody by like 2 days because he didn't realize that you were supposed to stop and go to sleep at night. So he just ran for 36 hours straight, and they were like, what? No idea if it's true or not, but like it's a funny story. Funny anecdote regardless.
Yeah, because like with the thing with the marathons and everything, like sure, if you come in first, that's great. But like completing a marathon alone is achievement for most people.
Yeah. I did the thing. I don't know. Yeah, like the Olympics. I'm trying to think if there are other like really big competitive marathons.
Biathlon. Which I think
What I mean by competitive is,
biathlon
like, is there money in being
shooting?
a competitive marathon runner, or is it more for like your own personal clout?
Yeah,
I thought it was just for clout.
I think if it's non-Olympic, it is for clout. Like, I definitely think people want to get the gold or silver or bronze for the marathon stuff.
I keep seeing that meme of the guy with the medal like spraying champagne in his face, and he's in third place.
There was I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard like the happiest person at the Olympics is always the bronze medalists because they're just excited that they even got a medal.
Sure.
While silver medalists are always more miserable.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. You didn't
No one
win.
likes being second place.
If you're not first, you're last. That's not true at all. There's all kinds of different places. I don't know what I'm drawing here. John, welcome in. Yeah, we're doing all right. Thank you for the I'm making him a little too big. I'll shrink him down before I call it here, but
I just think of a story about Jump Rope's raccoon familiar stealing shit.
Yep. Pudge was pretty good. Pudge was a really funny little raccoon character. I can't remember what happened with her wizard. I remember Jump Rope describing her character as like basically just a big robe and a hat, like a giant hat. So like you could never see the character. And then Pudge just would run out and steal shit and then hide it in her coat. And so at one point, like, something exploded and like burned everybody. And I thought it would be really funny if basically Jump Rope's coat just like bag of holding ejected all the things that have been stolen. It's like there's a tiny gnome covered in just trinkets and baubles and garbage.
I mean, I liked it so much that I wanted to steal that idea for a character.
Oh yeah, do it. I don't think Jump Rope would mind. This little raccoon wizard has seen some things. What should we put on this cloak clasp? Should be a big bell. Do a big bell. Kid, do not climb on the TV. You just need to be patient. He's climbed halfway out of his sweatshirt. Great. Okay, here's what you do. You have like a pet or a familiar raccoon, and you put a bell on them, so they're always around. And then when you want them to steal something, you just take the bell off.
Yep.
Or the magically like partners in crime. Yeah, they're both just like, it wasn't us. It wasn't me. Reach for the sky. What a weird thing to say to somebody.
I mean, that's kind of what you're having them do is put up their arms.
Yeah. What's the quote? I understand what you're saying, but you just said it really weird. That's not right. God, where's that from? I love it. I always forget it.
I like the idea of that. It's the raccoon still has a bell, but it's like a magic bell that only you can hear and no one else.
That's an interesting enchantment. I don't know what that would be useful for, but do you hide it on someone else?
I mean, that's one way of doing it. Like, it rings and you're like, they're like, how do you know we're here? I got eyes on the back of my head.
Wait,
I think that's how.
Isn't that the alarm spell?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's how the alarm spell works.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
Yeah,
doesn't actually go off. Actually, I think you can make it go off. Like, you can choose whether or not it's silent or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is. I think you can have it be like a silent alarm that you can hear. Razzle dazzle.
All right, rolling some dice. Here we go. Big brawny zebra barbarian, centaur man. Reach for the sky. All right. Watch Zootopia 2. That was pretty good.
That's nice.
There's two of the cops in that movie are two zebras, except for one of them is very clearly a horse.
Zebros.
Yeah, the zebras.
I remember seeing that in the trailers and thinking it was a very funny bit.
I saw.
Did you guys see that they're making a Backrooms movie?
Backrooms? No. I know what that is, but like I didn't realize who's making the movie.
A24 is the studio, and the guy who did a whole bunch of like YouTube videos
nice.
is the one that they're getting to produce it.
I saw. So Markiplier made a feature-length film for Iron Lung.
Yeah.
And I saw a thing online that said, like, the title was "No Name Director makes successful," or God, what was it?
Was it an Onion article?
It might have been. It was like unknown director, except for his 40 million followers, makes successful movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like some old ass reporter from like CNN would make that article.
Yeah. Who is this Fishbach man?
Kane Pixel. Kane Pixel is the name of the YouTuber turned director.
Cool. It's good. I'm glad that people are willing to give YouTubers a chance now, because it's like these people are making. I mean, not every YouTuber is making good content, but like if people are making good content out there on YouTube, they're doing it like way under budget. They're producing it well. Like they have all these things against them that, like, there's so many shitty movies out there right now that these people like. You should have started on YouTube.
It's basically the people on YouTube who are making really good stuff are the people who actually know what it takes to make a good make good media, no matter what the limitations are.
There was another horror movie that came out a little while ago on YouTube, or that was made by a YouTube director. I can't remember what it was. It was about like the monkey paw.
I think we should call Monkey Paw.
Was it a monkey? I don't know if it was an actual monkey paw though. It was good. It was good. I was very surprised.
I saw a creepy one. I was just scrolling through Instagram and I saw like a thing where like this woman has like a chimpanzee and it goes. I mean, not really goes feral. It already is feral and it's like hunting her down. Like, no, thank you. I don't need that. No.
Is that from?
That's horrifying.
Was that from? Ah, crap! I can't remember the movie. I don't watch a lot of horror movies, but the few I have watched have been pretty good lately.
Yeah. All I remember from it was the chimpanzee is like in the like up on a exposed rafter in a house and it's pushing Lucy bad, Lucy bad, Lucy bad, and jumps down on the woman like, no thank you.
Don't need monkey. Don't need monkey murder in my life. Thank you very much.
Nope.
Immediately demonetized. They call me Big Zed. I forgot he was supposed to be a barbarian. I gotta beat him up. Oh, am I drawing on top of the raccoon? Hold on. Dang it. I already saved it out, so it's fine, but it's unfortunate. This is my problem with drawing centaurs, is like, I usually only draw portraits. Portraits are half whatever's. And like the whole thing that makes it a centaur is the part that I wouldn't draw. I would do.
I always draw them like how they design centaurs in Harry Potter.
Just make them look real dumb? How do they draw them?
Like they have like kind of broad noses.
Oh.
Yeah, I try to do that with satyrs as well, to differentiate them from tieflings.
There need to be more quadrupedal tieflings.
I agree with that, actually.
Do you want more centaur tieflings?
They don't even have to be centaurs. They're just... There's not a lot of...
It just needs
there
to-
are a lot of demons. There are a lot of
Different types, yeah.
humanoid demons, but there's a lot of non-humanoid demons. I want more tieflings of those.
It bothers me that like the tieflings with the ice heritage are never actually
Insectoid.
depict. Yeah, they're never actually yeah, insectoid, exactly.
I had one person ask me to draw a sexy ice demon, and I was originally like, oh no, and then it's probably one of my favorite weird commissions I've drawn. It's like, yeah, you know, this is right. There should be weird ass bug ice creatures. This is great. So I came around on that one. I don't know what I'm doing here. Let's drop the opacity on that. Get another dark line, and now we'll come back a little bit. We'll actually draw this out. How beefy can I make him? That's the question.
We're hearing the TV now on Discord.
You're hearing the TV? Oh no.
Yeah.
No, it's because I stopped talking. I gotta talk louder than the TV. One of these days I'll get in trouble. And I'll have to stop watching Bluey in the background.
And then all hell will break loose.
Yep. We'll do something like that. And then we'll do this. Do some big old beefy shoulders. Do you think centaurs would have good upper body muscles? Like, how often can they actually pick something up?
I don't actually know. Part of me thinks that part of me thinks that they would kind of have to, otherwise there wouldn't be the point of having a human torso, right?
Sure.
But there's got to be like a level of efficiency happening, I think, biologically.
Yeah.
So I like. Part of me seriously thinks that a centaur probably is not like even for really really big horses, maybe draft horses could be like bodybuilder physiques, but I think most would have to actually have like the torso physique of a horse jockey, of a racer, meaning like really small.
There was I've seen a few different articles about people talking about like the genetics of muscle growth. Like it's really hard for some people to actually like build muscle, and some people just build it naturally. And a good example of that is like gorillas, and cows. Like there are definite genetic markers that basically you don't have to work out. Your body's just going to build muscle. Like that's biologically disposed. And so
especially if we're talking about
than...
Belgian blue cows.
Yeah, Belgian blue cows is a great example, right? Like something is turned on where their body's just like, I'm not going to store a lot of fat. I'm just gonna add muscle. So
double muscle.
Even if you don't work out like a pro athlete, your genetics play a huge role in what you'll actually look like for muscle growth. And so yeah, maybe it is just because they're horses, they would just be jacked.
This is possible.
I'm eating all my oats.
Yeah, it's also not just genetics; it's also hormones.
I would consider those the same thing. Like, go ahead, finish your thought.
Yeah, I could argue that, but there's like 3 or 4 different factors that go into things, and it's genetic programming is one, hormone expression is one, which is not necessary. It should be tied to genetic markers, but is not necessarily. It can also be affected by environment and epigenetics, meaning which markers are turned on and off. It also has to do with nutrition and anyway. So like, I don't even know what point I'm trying to make. There's going to be a huge amount of variance either way, probably. So Belgian blues are specifically, they're not actually super genetically different than other cows. But they have a disability actually where they can't produce a protein called myostatin. And myostatin is a protein that's important in regulating muscle breakdown, which is important because if you have too much muscle, you have to burn a lot of energy to maintain that muscle. So there's a lot of biological balancing processes involved. It is hard to tell what would actually be, just from speculation.
I think it's good info. I think that's fine. I think that's a expansion of. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Good information. We'll leave it there. We'll move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what else to give this guy besides just being beefy. I mean, I guess that was the whole prompt, right? It was just beefy.
Yep. Pretty much.
Oh, zebra. I gotta make him a zebra. That's what I'm forgetting. Right now he's just a centaur. I mean, I gave him a mohawk. That's kind of zebra-ish.
Yeah. You just gotta add the stripes.
Yep. Let's do that. Okay, where should we put these stripes? Around the rib cage? I mean, I guess like Zebras are gonna just do this, right? Did we ever figure out if zebras are black with white stripes, or so on and so forth, or is that just the meme?
I think biologically it has generally been accepted that zebras are black with white stripes.
Okay.
I saw a TikTok where somebody was contesting that. I have no idea if it was based on actual scientific data or not. But so
Just internet
I don't know.
fervor.
Yeah.
I've turned this into a lineup.
Yeah.
Is what I've done.
The best I can tell you is last I heard biologically it's supposed to be black with white stripes.
I think I probably drew the wrong kind of stripes on this guy. This looks more like tiger stripes than zebra stripes.
It does a little bit.
Gotta be honest, I don't know what zebra stripes look like. I would probably look that up.
I'll get you some.
Permanency alarm on somebody, so whenever they're around you, you hear them. That's a good curse. That's actually a really funny curse. Kevin the Necromancer did this, and I guess you guys can steal it if you want. Maybe he got this from somewhere else, but his players were cursed to know when the world was going to end. And what I mean by that is they had X amount of days to complete their session. They were saying, like, once... And then they saw that the end of the world was happening here. So every day they did something, it was, like, counting down. And the way Kevin, like, really sent that home was every morning when they woke up, they would just have an alarm clock of someone going, 10 days remaining! Just, like, yell at them to wake them up at 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. And I thought that was really funny. You'd lay down for a long rest, and then just like, 4 days! So yeah, cursed alarm clock spell. That's pretty good. That's a good one. Okay, so fewer, bigger black spots is what I need.
Stripes.
Stripes. What did I say? Spots?
Spots.
More bandy. More bandly, less stripey. Okay, here we go. It goes on the face too. All right, sweet. Oh, and it goes into the hair. That's kind of cool. Okay. So
Yeah.
Yep, that helps. That helps a lot. References, people. Use your references. They're important. Especially if you have aphantasia. Don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yep.
Stupid horses.
I do think it's kind of weird that horses, donkeys, and zebras all evolved really quite separately in separate parts of the planet, and they all went from like 5 toes to 3 toes to 1 toe. I don't know why they all chose to have 1 hoof.
Optimization, my friend. Optimization.
Yeah, optimization for running. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of hooved creatures, they're all in the same direction, right? And a lot of them are related. Like that's one thing, but like
Yeah.
goats and cows, have the two. Elephants have kind of one big old pad, even though they still have the fingertips.
Yeah, well, they still have the fingers as well. It's just they're kind of all hidden inside the flesh because they've got a big, like, pneumatic palm pad.
But that is still their fingertips, right? Like, that's the big thing.
Yeah,
It's like, we're the weird ones. We are the weird ones.
And bears.
True.
And bears.
Even among primates, we have, like, psychotic amounts of manual dexterity. Like, humans have the precision build, especially when it comes to hands.
Yeah.
What would you like to evolve into? I want a stick. What? I want a stick. Okay. Kid, you are playing with danger right now. Okay, I gotta go save this kid.
I mean, having a what was it? Plantigrade. Yeah.
Yep.
Legs is pretty advantageous for many things early humans did. So.
Yeah, it is. It's wild that we are like pursuit predators, though, because not many pursuit predators are plantigrade.
Yeah.
Endurance. Is there, like, so we are endurance hunters.
Yeah.
Would you still consider, like, are other pursuit hunter or other pursuit predators not endurance hunters? Like, I've never heard pursuit predator before. Can you define that more? Or is that just
There's a difference between like pursuit and ambush predators. So a pursuit predator is more tenacious. An ambush predator wastes less energy. Ambush predators would include tigers, jaguars, like most of the big cats, and probably wolves as well, although wolves can chase down if they have to.
I think most canines would probably fall more in the direction of
a pursuit
endurance.
predator. Endurance, yeah. Cheetahs are like pursuit predators, but they are also like have no endurance because they're a sprinter build, right?
Zebra. Done.
Nice. I like them. It's a badass mohawk.
You said you were done, so I'm gonna put him over here.
Go for it. I'm not recovering any amount of energy. I don't think I'm going to be able to draw today. I will probably dip pretty soon, actually.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I got two left. Gator folk,
It's also
moat
not just
patrol.
wolves. Gator folk?
Did you draw that one on Wednesday, Druid? Gator folk, moat patrol guard.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did.
So the only one
It
left
was my
is this-
favorite of the drawings I did
It's pretty good.
yesterday.
A sentient diving suit wielding a large anchor, which is a League of Legends character, but it was presented correctly, so I will draw it.
Let's be honest. It's not a solely unique character in the league.
No,
It's not.
no, it's not.
I have also drawn that character like a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago.
I could just draw an actual diving suit and like a floating bikini. That would be pretty funny. Just do one of these. Have him be invisible because it's just the suit. Something like that. But now I feel like I'm just trolling people. I'm sure they want a diving bell, like a diving helmet.
Yeah.
But
Like the ghost of Captain Cutler. Scooby-Doo.
Adam Savage has said this, that spacesuits and diving suits are essentially spaceships.
Yeah.
They're not actually suits. I mean, they are, but you need to think of them more like a ship or something you ride in.
Yeah, more like a person-sized.
There's a really cool short for Halo where they showed off the Mark I armor, which was essentially a tank. Like,
Yeah.
the original Master Chief Mjolnir armor was a tank, and they just kept reiterating it until it was human-sized, which I dig. I think that's a cool concept. Do. I really want to finish this game. It's just like so close. I'm so close, and it's like just stuck on my mind. I can't stop thinking about it. It's very frustrating. I gotta figure out why the character's not loading, and then from there I can make the controller function properly. Then I can put it on Steam. I can start playing it with people. And that would be fun. That would be fun. And then I can start actually developing stuff. Kid? Oh my gosh. Please don't go down that way. We should take this off. Please don't climb that. I built him a climbing wall. And I put it on. What did I just roll over? Crayon. So I've got like a little climbing wall. Cheap us, you alright? Okay, thank you. It's got like a ladder on the other side. He keeps climbing up and like trying to slide face down the rock wall. So, kid, you were gonna just eat it. Wasn't the prototype armor on the ODST got their hands on pretty much self-destruct to let it get in the hands of the Covenant rebels? That might have been a movie. I don't remember who exactly. You okay, kid? I don't know if it was the ODST. I don't know if it matters as much, but they did blow it up at the end of the show. So there was a lot of that. There was a lot of don't let it get into the enemy hands in Halo. Welcome in, Goldtooth, by the way. Boing. Am I drawing inside the right circle? I'm just really zoomed in. Okay. So I don't know what's going to happen here with the short thing. Is it going to convert it into shorts? That'd be kind of cool. It's just going to be us arguing about beefy cows.
Where's the beef?
Where is the beef indeed? Assuming it was the ODST because I knew it was a human that wasn't augmented to use the armor. It sounds like this. We watched the same thing. I hate that material sciences have not come as far as I want them to have come in my lifetime.
Why are we not living in the Jetsons?
Why are we not living in the sky? Why are we not living at the bottom of the ocean? When are we going to get to Mars? Do we care about being on Mars? Why don't I have my own nuclear reactor? I'm sick of paying the electric bill.
Because capitalism does not allow for innovation anymore.
That's true. Most of the important things and milestones that have happened in the last 100 years were government funded, and we no longer do that, and that terrifies me.
Yep.
Now we just have to wait for Elon Musk to decide to do something, and I fucking hate it.
I want to hold my breath for that one.
I'm waiting for one of his kids to just, like, shank him. Shank him in his sleep on his yacht or something. Watch, that happens tomorrow, and then the government's going to be in my house. Like, ooh. How did you know? It's like, I don't know. I'm a weird YouTube kid. I just say a lot of shit. I can see the future. All I'm saying is, if you have 30 kids, one of them wants to murder you. That's just how it works out. Law of numbers.
Especially if you are worth that much money. And they stand to inherit.
Every time you have more kids, I lose money.
For some reason, I totally think he is not going to allow any of his kids to inherit anything. That doesn't seem like his vibe.
To marry? Is that what you said?
No, to give his kids any of his money when he dies.
To inherit.
To inherit.
Oh, inherit. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to let them inherit anything.
He's gonna die and then sell all of his property to his own corpse and launch himself into space.
Let's be honest here. The moment he has even a small health scare, he's going to be like, we need to figure out how to put people's brains into computers so they can live forever.
Oh, he's already there.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's already happened, and that's half the problem. He's got that alpha build.
He took so much ketamine, his brain is probably already mush.
Just... We can do it right now. We can put your brain in a computer as long as you haven't been doped out on ketamine. What?
Okay. It's...
Yeah, 30 kids that we know of, and who knows how many of them he lost, quote unquote, on that island that he begged to get on and forced. Yeah.
Does he have that many kids?
I'm going to avoid this conversation.
Yeah, I'm done with this. It's going somewhere I don't want to be.
We can trash on Elon Musk all day, but we need to be careful.
I want to go back to talking about biology.
Sure. We can hash that out, actually. So the thing, I was trying to collect my thoughts to to kind of, I didn't want to contradict what you
Sure.
said. 'Cause what
I
you said
don't
was-
think I don't think I expressed myself very well either. I don't think I ever got to my point because I lost the plot and I can't remember where
I'm
I
a
was
little
going. So
confused.
yeah.
I think the thing I was trying to say, like when I say something is like more based around your genetics, what I'm saying is like through biological processes of, because there's more to everything, like you were saying with epigenetics, with your environment,
environmental,
your fractals, your
yeah.
nutrition, like all of that takes into a point, but all of that doesn't mean dick if your genetics are the way they are when you're born, right? So like all of that
Sure.
is based around the first what you're born with, right? Because we can't really change that per se after the fact. That's all I was
Yeah.
getting at. So like there are people like, and like you said with the cows is a really great example of it. I said people when I'm talking about just biological things. There are creatures like the cows that is a genetic thing, right? Like it's not something I don't think we did after the fact. It's genetically that way, and they
Yeah.
bred for
Although I
it.
do think Belgian blues were kind of specifically. They were probably part of a breeding domestic
Yeah.
cattle breeding thing and ended up the way they were. I don't think it's actually that useful for them to have that much
No.
muscle.
Nope.
So I think they just kind of linger as a curiosity,
Sure.
I guess.
Yeah.
Well, they're
In the same way
they're,
that pugs.
they're eating a lot in Belgium. They are like, I do remember seeing this. They are bred a lot. and
for beef
are-
cattle.
Yeah, they're just
Huh.
massive beef cattle.
I wouldn't expect that because given the density of muscle tissue and the limited amount of fat that they can store because of the myostatin deficiency, I would not expect that beef to be one, very tasty, or two, very tender.
Now you're in my territory.
Yeah.
I'm already a part biologist, but like, lean cuts of meat are really good. Like the thing is that people like Wagyu beef. Wagyu beef.
Yeah.
You Wagyu. Yep.
Because
Or
of the
Kobe.
way it's treated, so it's very thick, with fat. It's very marbled. Like, so that's great. Like, but it's a very specific thing, and like a lot of people don't want lots of fat in their meat. A lot of people want meat in their meat, and so like, it really depends.
Yeah, sure.
And once you have a good cut of meat that like isn't very fat, you can grind it up and control the type of and amount of fat in it, which is also good.
Sure.
So like, it's the whole kind of misnomer of like everything tastes better with fat in it. It's like, yes, because you're tasting the fat and fat tastes good, right? But
Sure.
it's not healthy and great for you.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I also acknowledge that the way it is cooked matters
Yeah.
a hell of a lot. My bias is definitely showing because I have never in my life had a beef tenderloin that tasted like anything.
Yeah, because like another great example of that is like New York strip is not that fatty. It's got a fat cap, and so really
Yep.
what you're doing is you want a nice piece of meat that's going to be consistent and clean all the way through, and you can cut through it. It's really nice, and then it has a fat cap on it that fat is then kind of cooked into the meat. So like there's a lot of things going on there that you don't always want fat riddled through your meat. Technically change it by cloning yourself, but would it technically be true to clone you when stuff you have to go through? There's a lot in that sentence. If you're cloning yourself, that's actually an interesting question. So if you clone yourself, I think your genetics are the same. And then if you edit yourself, you edit your clone, you're technically not cloning yourself at that point. You're making a new person. But even going technically with that, like, could you? Maybe. Can we? No. Does it matter?
Not yet.
at all. So, semantics.
If you've watched Gattaca,
I actually haven't watched Gattaca. I should do that.
it's an interesting film that talks. Ultimately, it is pretty anti eugenics, which is really what we're talking about at this point.
Sure. Yeah. I have inadvertently made the argument for and against eugenics in my life, and that's not great.
Yeah, same. It's hard not to be like, my life would be so much easier if I could just genetically edit the parts of myself that are physically problematic.
Because
As somebody with multiple autoimmune diseases, I feel that.
The problem is that you have to make those decisions before you're born.
Yeah.
And then that is where eugenics becomes a problem, because who gets to decide that for you? And that is a huge ethical problem.
Yep.
And that's why eugenics are bad.
Designer babies are weird.
Eugenics are almost always bad, except in situations where it's like, well, if we don't do this, you will die. Who gives you the right to decide if I live? Ugh. And so, like, there's no winning it. There's no winning the eugenics argument. Ever.
Nope. There's like, I can think of one acceptable use case, and that is if you have a family, like a huge family history of being extremely susceptible to cancers, and you use genetic coding modification in order to take that out of a baby.
Yep. Yeah, and I think that's the argument I've made in the past of, like, genetic modification is I think a very powerful tool that we should use in the future, but there has to be the stipulations of who gets to decide what is an quote unquote ailment, who gets to decide when it's proper to do that. Because, like, if you see a family come in and they're like, oh, we've done the testing, we know your kid is going to have this horrible disease that they might not live through, and the parents are like, yeah, we don't want to do it, right? It's like, now is the doctor should, like, that's their choice, right? But they're making a choice for a child that's not born yet, and that's when it gets really weird, because the doctor should be focused on the child's health, but it's still taken for the mother, and, like, it's a huge thing that is not in any way, shape, or form simple or ethically stable.
This
right?
is what we need medical ethics.
Yeah, this is why you need medical ethics. 100%.
We have medical ethics. They need to be
They'd have to be updated.
yeah, they need to be updated, but
And listen to.
Yeah.
I feel the same way about circumcision.
Yep.
Like, you should not be making that permanent decision for your kid. It's illegal in women now, thank God.
Super weird.
But
it's super weird.
yeah, you should not be making permanent decisions about the body, mind, or anything else about the next generation. You should be setting things up so that they have the option to make the best choices possible.
Yeah.
So, going back to beef real quick.
Yeah.
Cattle. I started I was like, is like Wagyu just like they have like obese cows?
No.
Partially that, but it's also like they have genetic things that
Yeah. Correct.
not their fat. But like looking at like Wagyu steaks, I'm like, no. I just distinctly hate the taste of beef tallow. I don't think I'll ever want to eat Wagyu steak.
Yeah, maybe not. So the reason Wagyu
like-
is so expensive is not just because it's like, oh, it's really well marbled. Like, they massage the cows, they feed the cows
Yeah.
specific things. Like, you're paying for a premium, quality, taken care of product. A Wagyu
They literally
steak
give
is
them
not
ear and
technically better than anything else. It's just it's a different thing, right? Like,
It is a cow that has been pampered like they were a billionaire.
yeah. Obese cattle
obese cow. Yep.
who have weird genetics.
I've
Because largely it
seen a
isn't
few
just
memes
like
Good.
because like if they were just obese, the fat would most likely just be on the surface, and their fat is, while yes on the surface, it's also like internalized into the muscle.
Yeah, they have basically mushy muscle, and which is just like, so a lot of the ways that what happens when you go to bring cattle to market is you know you're going to sell them, so you feed them a bunch of really high calorie things, and they get fat, right? And so that's the surface fat you're talking about. For someone to have basically marbling, which is probably what's wrong with me, because I've had a long life of not a lot of work and uniform calorie distribution throughout my body. So my body's just like, I don't know, we'll store it wherever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Or will be my problem later.
I just think we shouldn't be cloning things at all. I mean, seriously, we have to start. I mean, that's why it's illegal, and you can't clone pretty much anything anywhere. And the people that do are usually looked down upon. There are lots of reasons not to clone things, and there's a couple of reasons too. Like, there's a couple of reasons to clone things. So,
bringing back the mammoths is not a good enough reason for me. Sorry.
No, it's not.
I would accept bringing back the California condor.
Yeah, I mean, they're still around. Barely.
Barely. But we could be bolstering their numbers.
There's also the, like, cloning and, there's some weird shit going on there, right? Like, there's a couple different things you can do. Like, you can implant embryos from one thing into another. Like, that's not technically cloning, but you need to find a species that can carry it to term, which works with some birds and some animals. That was part of the thing with the sheep they were using. They're like, can we do this? Yes, we can. Are we going to use it anymore? No one's used it since. Right? Like, so a lot of it is just like poking and prodding. And cloning is just kind of a general term. From the sci-fi thing of like, I'm going to make a duplicate of myself. Like, nothing about that makes sense. Nothing about that makes sense.
Grown in an artificial womb tube.
Yeah. Or even more like I like the Batman Beyond version. Spoilers.
For like a 20-year-old show.
Yeah. Is that like you have Batman cool, let's make a new Batman. Clone Batman. And by cloning Batman we mean what if we take some of Batman's blood and like I don't remember who the mother was. It might have just been his actual mother. And make Batman baby. It's like
I think what actually happened is they used a virus to sterilize Terry McGinnis's dad, and swap out his DNA in his dad's testes for Bruce's.
That's right.
That
technically not cloning.
I hope I'm not just making that up.
No,
I really hope I'm not just making that up.
That sounds like what I was thinking about. Yeah, it's over there.
Yeah.
You already got
like, also, clearly he's not a one-to-one clone of Bruce Wayne. Like, he clearly is he's just Bruce Wayne's son, functionally.
More functionally, yeah. Functionally, he'd be Bruce Wayne's son. More than a clone.
Yeah.
But, like, that is closer to what... if you really wanted to clone something, you would take already grown cells and, like, replicate it back.
Yeah.
Which that's the big thing with a lot of, like I said, sci-fi stuff. It's like you make a clone of somebody and they're the exact same age. And it's like, that's not how anything works.
That's not how anything works. To grow.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be wild. There's an episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation where they're like a society is basically dying because they only reproduce through cloning, and I actually think that the writers thought through the process of cloning in that series better than I've ever seen it in media before.
Yeah, I'm going to go check that out.
Kind of reminds me, in Warhammer 40k, one of the newest factions they added, they're called the Leagues of Votan. They're space swords.
Okay.
And they don't reproduce like biologically. They have these massive like AI brain heads that will have massive banks of genetic material, and they'll just like pick and choose, mix, and make a new dwarf.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that
so
stemmed
like,
specifically.
They're not like.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
That stems specifically from the fact that the dwarves were for a while they were extinct in Warhammer 40k universe, right?
Yeah,
so this is basically how they came back.
Yeah, so sort of. So they used to have dwarves. They were called the squats, and they got eaten by bugs because they're like. They weren't unique enough for 40k, so like we're just gonna have y'all be eaten up by bugs. And then the leagues came around, I guess 4 years ago, and they're like, all right, these are actually the squats. what everyone knew as the squats were a group of these dwarves that branched off and settled here away from the others. And so they're also like human mutants technically. They were once human, but where they live, according to Games Workshop logic, being near the galactic core with all those with all the gravity around you, makes you short and dense.
Okay.
And so that's why like they are short and squat and very dense. And they're all clones.
Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, they're all like cloned by Votons, which are like AI supercomputer heads. It's the dwarves worship as their ancestors, because you guess technically ancestors. They do make you.
Okay, I think I'm done with this bad boy. What was I saying? Yeah, Star Trek was ahead of its time. Like, Star Trek knows what's going.
I just hope we can avoid the eugenics wars. Briefly touching on that subject.
Same.
Because you have.
Can we like skip that bit and get to the good parts?
At the same time, I also want to avoid the Dune problem with
Super AI.
Can we also avoid the Dune supercomputer wars problem?
Yep.
I just want to avoid that particular timeline in general. I don't need weird, massive American empire.
Yeah, the American empire is pretty weird.
I know they're just not American, but it's just like too many weird people like with like just American names, like Paul. I was like, why Paul? Sorry, Drew.
That's fine. Paul's not my name.
I mean, I know that, but like, I know you've read Dune, so.
I have. I found it very interesting. I did not find it particularly good. There are a lot of really cool like thoughts, and I absolutely think it deserves to be recognized for all that it is and did for the genre, the sci-fi genre. It deserves its place of reverence. I think it is a weird, semi-problematic book.
Long-winded.
Yeah. Very long-winded.
Long-winded and convoluted.
With little time. Sorry.
I also think it is what it set out to be. And all of its flaws are a part of the message it's supposed to be telling.
That's fair. Why am I drawing chains?
I had to ask this now. Specifically for Drew. Am I just dumb, or do I... And, like, alone on this, like... Because I kind of think Will Time is overrated.
Oh, no.
Like,
you are not alone on that, and you're not just dumb.
I was like, am I just, like, missing the point? Why is it so long? And why is it so convoluted? Did this person just get lost in their own story?
A little bit.
Absolutely.
And just, like, it feels overrated to me.
No, if the original author hadn't died and it hadn't been taken over by Brando Sando, I legit think that it would never have ended. And I think this because even up until the last book that the original author wrote before they passed, they were still introducing new plot points and refusing to wrap up like massive quantities of old plot points. So like I legit think Brandon Sanderson is the only contemporary author with the chops to have pulled it together the way he did. I think Wheel of Time is, I think, very interesting. I also think it's overhyped, and everybody I know who has actually read it has told people genuinely, I love this series. Do not read it.
Yep.
It's not worth it.
I've had a
Because,
couple people
like-
tell me that too.
I've like seen people like, oh, like this is my favorite series. And like they said that you should read it. I was like, that's a bit much. Like I'm not like anti-book or whatever, but like that's just too many books for a series. to have.
Absolutely. I think that for people who are think they might potentially be interested, I think it's worth reading the first book. The first book gets you enough of the story to kind of basically the pattern of the story to kind of see what's happening. And if you enjoy it, then it's maybe worth picking up another book and seeing how far you go. Nobody needs to read the entire thing. Nobody needs to read all 15 books. But if you like it enough to read all 15 books, then it's worth reading. And if not, then drop it at any point.
Yeah.
Gold Tooth, there's nothing wrong with that. You can absolutely.
Yep.
Sounds like a great plan. Yeah. We started watching the show, and I was like, I've watched all of the show, and every season it ends, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Like,
Does
all
every
over the
season
place.
end and you have a feeling like nothing actually happened and
Yes.
no progress was made?
Correct.
Yeah, that's accurate to the books.
So
Unfortunately.
frustrating.
Oh, it's so frustrating. I've told
I
you
don't
guys
mind like books that are in a series where like each book is its own standalone like book, like
Yeah.
self-contained
You need
stories
resolution.
within like a yeah. Because like that's how a lot of the Conan books are. Is like
Yep.
a bunch of those kind of pulpy materials. Like there's a setting, you have like the same character sometimes, but like this is a adventure, this is a case file, whatever. If you're reading mysteries, which is like, don't drag a story out this long. According to GoTooth, Damien is Bruce Wayne's son, where they broke into his house and stole "quote unquote" samples.
Yes.
Yeah, Damien
Talia.
is like the
Yeah, Damien is Talia al Ghul's son.
And Batman's son, yeah.
And Batman's son, yeah. And she definitely did not do it ethically or legally.
Nope. He was also like raised by like the shadows. Like
Yes, and Ra's al Ghul had been grooming Damien too when he comes of age, to implant his mind in Damien's body. Basically, he's going to kill his own grandson in order to continue living forever.
yeah. Even though he had the goo pit that constantly brought him back, but it was also like degrading his mind apparently.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the goo pits are called.
The Lazarus
That's
pit.
how. Yep, Lazarus pit. That's how Jason gets brought back sometimes. Poor Jason.
Poor Jason.
He doesn't deserve the shit he gets put through.
Nope, never has.
Take Jason, all of Jason's problems and give it to Bruce Wayne, please.
Yeah.
I'm still mad at the fandom for deciding that they hated him as a like 12-year-old so bad that they had to kill him.
They killed Damien?
No. Jason.
Jason Todd, who was a
Red
Robin
Hood.
and is now Red Hood.
Yeah.
He's the Robin
So
that
when
Joker
he-
killed.
Yeah.
First came out, he was so disliked because everyone wanted Dick Tracy back. No, not Dick Tracy.
Dick Grayson.
Dick Grayson back. But fans, large vocal minority of, or about half the fans wrote in enough letters that DC is like, all right, we'll kill them off in one of the most brutal ways possible. But yeah,
This is what you wanted.
Yep.
All right. I think I'm going to call it there. The boy's getting rambunctious. So,
Cool.
thanks for hanging out today, everybody.
And then they brought him back, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Which I think Red Hood is a great Batman arc. Like, super good. Anywho, I think Damian kills Dick Grayson in the Injustice comics. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yes,
Yeah.
accidentally.
Yeah,
Accidentally.
there was
Well,
a movie where they he gets killed too by Damien.
Yeah. Peter Parker's been
They're
through
like
more
in
crap.
Arkham.
But we're gonna call it there.
Versus
We'll be back
Justice Five,
next
like
week. I will put a new community post up on Monday. We do have the community post is now live on there's a community page. There's a community page. People can share their artwork there if they want, I believe. If not, you can join the Discord, hang out with us there, share your art and characters and stuff there. Thank you for all the wonderful suggestions today. I don't have anything else. So, have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Druid, of course, thank you for hanging out with me today.
Sure.
Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table. We'll see everybody next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.